That is not a brawl, that's a bulletproof vest.
Look, sir.
Like, what the Who are you trying to get into a fight with? Recently, Jess and I were able to go to America Dream in New Jersey and the ToysRUs there. This has been something I've wanted to do for a while, and when you step in this mall, it is huge. Bigger than any mall I've been in. I'm not saying it's the biggest, but it is definitely one of the biggest me and her have been to. There was a lot of cool stuff there. Not as empty as I thought it was going to be, but there is a lot of places that need to be filled out throughout the mall. One of the things we got to see there was the Nickelodeon Universe amusement park, which is really expensive. We did not go inside, but it was really cool to look at. There's not a lot of people there, but again, this was a Wednesday. They also had this really massive Angry Birds mini golf, I guess it is. It looked like just a storefront until you went to other levels of the mall and you see that it takes up so much room. Yeah, it was crazy. There was also the Mr. Beats Burger, which I've only heard about. I'd never actually seen one. Again, we didn't go inside because, well, I wasn't that interested in it, but it was there. They had this really cool fountain thing in the middle of the mall that was like right there by it. It was really pretty and nice to look at. There was a lot of these things that were just aesthetically pleasing. In another wing, they had this garden that was really cool looking. It kind of made you feel like you walked right into a fairy tale. They did a really good job, even though it's in the middle of a mall. As soon as you walk through these arches, you can just feel like you're not in a mall, even though you can clearly see the mall. It's hard to explain, but it was definitely cool and definitely well done. So when was the last time you were in a Toys R Us?
It's been a long time. long.
Once you get to Toys R Us, it is important to realize that this is 2 stories. I was not aware of that, but it is definitely really cool. They do a pretty good job of making you nostalgic for the store we had when we were a kid, even though it doesn't look anything like that. This was a section of just games, a lot of which I'd never heard of before, which is pretty cool. They did have this Jenga Monopoly, which was pretty cool, and I was kind of tempted to get. They also had this whole Harry Potter game section. There was some figures there too, but it was mostly just games. And just over just a little bit, they had a whole nother section of just games and puzzles. Plenty of games and puzzles in this place. They had this whole Mario section, which was really cool. It was a bunch of different things. Games, little mini cars. I think they had tracks and stuff like that, maybe some figures. I thought they all went together at first, but they clearly don't. Now this is what I wanted to see. They had the CGI Castle Grayskull. This was the first time I had actually seen it in person, and it's a lot bigger than I would have thought it was. Looks really cool. I don't remember the price off the top of my head, but literally just a few steps away, they have the Origins one, plenty of them, with this amazing box art. They were like $89 or whatever. Not a bad price. I think you can find them on Amazon cheaper right now. Hey guys, please take a minute, hit subscribe, hit the bell, that way you don't miss any content. Now let's get back to the video. And literally as you turn around, there's a whole four-sided rack with nothing but Motu characters. Mostly Heman and Skeletor of the various lines, Origins, CGI, Masterverse. There's an occasional Stratos or Zodak, but mostly just Heman and Skeletor. They do have Wind Raiders and Battle Cats and all that right there, which you can see. But this was really cool to see. I wish they had more of a selection, but I understand why they don't. As you see, there's some Triclops and some Stratos. There's also the new Eternia characters. I was tempted by this He-Man. If they would have had the Skeletor too, I probably would have grabbed them, but I didn't. They did have plenty of the CGI new Masterverse ones. Plenty of Ghostbusters from the new movies too. These were really cool to see. These were actually the first time I had seen these. I don't think I've seen these in any Walmarts. I did see when they re-released the classic ones not too long ago, but this is the first time I've seen these. The whole back wall was nothing but DC stuff. Superpowers, Fisher-Price, the Batman. They also had these little minifigure things. We found these as cake toppers on Amazon, and we actually used them in our surprise candle video a while back. I will link the video right here. They have an amazing section of retro Star Wars figures. I don't collect these, but I'd be hard pressed to find some that I didn't have, I think, if I did. I can honestly say I don't remember the last time I saw something with a Radio Flyer name on it. Granted, these were tricycles and not wagons, but still. This fire truck they have is really cool. It is a perfect size for a little kid to get in and kind of play in the store. And that was kind of it. Like, as we walked around the mall, there was all the other staples you'd see, you know, the regular stores that you see in almost every other mall. But then right next to it were advertisements for those stores, or closed stores, or stuff coming soon that, you know, wasn't even open yet. Like I said, this had a lot more stores in it than I thought it would, but there was a lot of empty space. Hopefully they can fill this out, because you can see the potential in this mall, and it was still really cool to see, but it would have been cooler had all this stuff been filled out. Just found this store called Snacked, which was like a vending machine store. It had a very Japanese vibe to it. It was kind of cool, but not really up our alley. One of the only real downsides to this mall is that the music is blaring everywhere. Like, you have to constantly talk over it to the person right next to you. That is not a brawl, that's a bulletproof vest.
Look, sir.
Like, what the fuck? Who are you trying to get into a fight with?
I'm sorry,
Jesus Christ. Are these beanbag chairs? These are rocks. They look cool, but I thought they were beanbag chairs. They're rocks. Anyway, guys, I knew this was different than what I normally do. I mainly came here to go to Toys R Us. I haven't seen it in years, and I wanted to see it again. If you can check out America Dream, go check it out. It's in New Jersey. Hopefully you like this video. There'll be a playlist on the screen. Hopefully you'll check it out. Google and YouTube are going to suggest something else for you down below that. I think you'll like it. You probably will. You can hit subscribe in the circle next to that. And we'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a good day.